They were responding to one emergency when they found themselves in the middle of another one. More on how a fire truck damaged a Whitley County fire station coming up.
A wildlife refuge that has to mow 15 acres is even more challenged after someone stole their lawn equipment.
A Lexington homeowner says he fired shots at a couple of young men who were breaking into his home.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon to you. Amber Philpott and Sam Dick reporting a Southern Kentucky fire station was damaged when a fire truck was leaving on its way to a fire.
It happened Monday at the Oak Grove Fire Station in Whitley County. WKYT's Phil Pendleton shows us what happened. It's our top story at 4:30.
Much of the front wall of the Oak Grove Fire Department is now in ruins around my feet. It looks like significant damage was done, but the fire chief tells me they knew they had to bring the rest of the wall down, fearing that it would come down on its own. Monday, as the volunteer firefighters were headed to a trailer fire, a door on a truck suddenly swung open and took out a support column between the two bay doors. Two of the bays are still in use, but two are not, and those trucks are staying outside. They don't know how much it'll cost to fix and when those repairs can be made, but the fire department is still in full operation.
But we're still able to respond to any emergency that happens, so there ain't going to be no interruption in service or anything like that. And the station can't be secured right now because of the hole that's in the wall, but a couple of the guys stay there at night to make sure no one messes around, and then the sheriff's department was good enough. They do a little extra patrol to make sure nothing happens too.
Well, one of the first concerns when this happened were the other volunteer firefighters inside the truck. Nobody was hurt though. Everybody's fine, and the fire truck that did this was quickly repaired and is back on the road again. In Whitley County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
The fire captain tells us tomorrow insurance adjusters will give them a better idea of what it will take to make all the repairs. Another day of dry weather in the bluegrass, warmer temperatures, plenty of sunshine. Amber, I even got the mower out. I got it done today.
You kind of get, yeah, you got to do it. But we could see some rain back in the forecast for tomorrow. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Yeah, but you know what? We're focusing on the positive today. It's gorgeous out there, as you guys were just talking about. Before we get in on that shower chance, still got a great weather evening in progress across central and eastern Kentucky. Quick check of live first alert defender showing a clean sweep that continues to come back. We've had that sweep now for the better part of a couple of days. Throw the temperatures into the mix and throw a little cloud cover, and you notice how some clouds are beginning to bubble up. Most of those are just the little cotton ball looking clouds, fair weather cumulus clouds. Where you have some sun, you're into the upper 60s. Where you have a little more cloud cover, mix of sun and clouds, you're into the mid 60s. Overall though, compared to where we have been, I think we will take it. Getting closer and closer to normal. What's coming down the road for tomorrow is a strong disturbance that is dropping in from north to south out of the Great Lakes right on in to the Ohio Valley, and that includes the Bluegrass State. That's what's going to give us the potential for some showers as we go into tomorrow. But once we get beyond that, how about a summer feel as we say hello to the month of May, guys? I think if you're a fan of summer, you're really going to like the better part of our 7-day forecast when I come back in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you. Speaking of mowing, this rainy April is made for some tall grass to mow. And how would you like to take care of 15 acres?
A lot of work there, and that's what one wildlife refuge has to deal with. And it's even more difficult because someone stole their lawn equipment last week. Rebecca Smith has details on the theft from Nicholasville.
Wolf dogs, deer, even kitty cats have a home at the Wolf Run Wildlife Refuge in Nicholasville.
They can't go into the wild, but they can't go into somebody's home, so they're sort of stuck in this limbo.
These enclosures called habitats are not supposed to be this overgrown. They are because about a week ago someone stole lawnmowers, weed eaters, and a nail gun from their barn.
And we've had some people donate a couple of mowers like that one, but this is where you can see the whole doorknob is gone.
The dogs love the high grass, but staff members here do not. High grass and weeds can lead to an increase in the flea and tick population.
It just turns into a mess.
Right now, the sanctuary has this riding lawnmower on loan. They're hoping that it will be enough to get them through till the end of May, but with 15 acres to mow on a daily basis, they say it may not be enough to get them there.
we're never going to see our equipment again. We have no idea who's done this.
The hope is an upcoming fundraiser will help them raise enough money to buy a commercial use lawnmower.
Anybody who is willing to help a nonprofit, to help a charity is wonderful in my eyes, and we definitely need it.
In Jessamine County, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
And speaking of a fundraiser, the benefit concert and poker run is May 17th in Nicholasville at Mama's Last Chance Saloon. This morning, a Lexington homeowner pulled out a gun to protect himself from burglars. The man, who is a retired Army medic, heard someone break out the glass of his front door on Autumn Ridge Road. He tells us he grabbed his gun, saw two people trying to get inside, and fired at least 4 shots. No one was injured. No arrests have been made. Detectives say a man and a woman brought 2 small children along with them when they broke into an Elizabethtown home.
Tonight, 29-year-old William Tarter and 26-year-old LaDonna Sheldon are each facing a burglary charge. Erica Coghill joins us now with the story.
I hardly ever see vehicles over there.
Ashley Milby hasn't seen the people who own the home across the street on Amy Court in months. It's in the process of being sold. So when a vigilant neighbor noticed an unusual truck in the back driveway of the house around 6 Sunday night, that neighbor called 911. When detectives got there, they didn't find the homeowners inside. They found 29-year-old William Tarter and his girlfriend, 26-year-old LaDonna Sheldon, along with their 7-month-old girl and 7-year-old boy.
Who would bring their kids with them to rob a home? That's horrible.
But police say the couple claimed they weren't there to intrude. They were interested in the place. According to the arrest slip, when detectives came in contact with the couple, the first words out of Tarter's mouth were, quote, "Is this place for rent?" But when officers told the two to empty their pockets, they found jewelry, credit cards, tickets to Disney World, keys, identification cards, and computer equipment, all of which belonged to the homeowners.
I'm just really appreciative that we have neighbors that are looking out for one another.
Well, another federal court has ruled that a Kentucky law banning electioneering close to polling places violates free speech rights. A panel of the 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a judge's ruling that struck down the law. The law was challenged by a northern Kentucky businessman after campaign signs were pulled from the yard of his auto body shop on the election days in 2012 and 2014. A makeover seems more likely of the old Fayette County Courthouse. The Herald Leader reporting that a Lexington developer and a Louisville firm could be project managers for the renovation. The old courthouse was opened 150 years ago and is in need of $38 million in repairs. The crumbling courthouse was closed 3 years ago.
A statue of Colonel Harlan Sanders will be unveiled later this year in the town where he developed Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Times-Tribune reports the Corbin Tourism and Convention Commission voted recently to unveil the bronze statue on August 5th. That's the day before the annual Nip Rock Festival begins. The Colonel's statue, which has been in the works for years, will be the centerpiece for Sanders Park on Main Street in Corbin. The statue is being done by a Louisville sculptor.